Okay, now here's why you should be using crowdfunding, no matter what idea you have. I mean, it's just the most remarkable thing. You have nothing to lose except by not doing it and getting something. You will get something no matter what happens. And it doesn't cost anything. Here's an interview of a guy, actually, he's in India. So he's a programmer in India and developed this little software package, like an app, you know, that controls all your small business stuff in one place. You know, a lot of us have, you know, some scheduler program we use. A lot of them, you know, like something on the cloud that handles all our documents and all this. I mean, there's a dozen things that we're all doing. Now, he put it on one little, simple little app that does all that. You can share it with people and everything. But more importantly, he's in India, he's getting business here in the United States and everybody else in the world, you know, and he's sitting here where the cost of living is next to nothing compared to what we got here, right? And he's making all this money and getting business and customers and everything. The world is so small now. And it's an idea. It's just stuff he wrote code. He didn't go out and make a piano or something, like I've talked to some of these people, you know, or whatever, or a new iPad or any kind of, it's just air. You know, that's all he's selling is coding. It's air or whatever. And he's being able to tap into the biggest markets in the world, in all the countries of the world, by going on a platform. That's like, you know, getting your store in a shopping mall, in every shopping mall in the world, because everybody could use it. Not just the one shopping mall in your area, right? So all that traffic, all that opportunity for business is right there in front of you, no matter who you are or where you are in this world. Man, it's never been like this before in the history. Actually, well, since the history of the world, because we never had the internet like this. And that's why things are changing so fast that you're now competing with this guy in India. Well, he's going to figure it out. He's hungrier than you are, right? Yeah. And there used to be a saying a couple of years ago when this was starting to happen. You know, when I grew up, my mother used to say, well, there's people in India who, you know, want to eat that, you know, would love to eat that food that you're leaving, you know. Now they want your job if you're not good at it. That's what's lifting everybody's game. We have to be better at everything, and we're getting people that are hungry, have to compete. That just make us better. Because we're so far ahead of everybody else on the development scale, yeah, that we can. So there's, you know, you can't just get lazy anymore. There's so many opportunities, and you don't need an organization, you don't need money, you don't need all this stuff. You just need, you know, the gumption, or whatever you call it, gumption. That's right. I was thinking and gump, so that's gump. Gumption to go out and do it. Try it. Try and fail it. Take your idea. See how you can put it on one of these crowdfunding sites. Who the hell cares if it works or doesn't work? Well, if it doesn't, you'll learn something. And then you'll see people will come to you. You start advertising what you can do and what is out there, and you learn by what people react to that. See, we don't know what's possible until we ask our friends or relatives. They don't know. They're not the world. They're 5 people you know. You know, so there's never going to know if there's an opportunity for you. The world is full of opportunities, and not in your immediate circle, because that's drained out. You have to look further. I mean, that pond is dry, and there's so much going on out there. So you got to get out there and get that feedback from your ideas and find out, okay, I need it better. It's sort of like learning to play football. You can't just sit here, oh, I can play better. You got to get out on the field and get knocked around a little bit. Say, hey, yeah, well, I'm smart enough to learn from getting beat up, and then I get better and better and better. And that's what life is all about. So watch how he's doing it so you can do it too. Well, Kapal Saram, right? Did I get close? But what's neat is that you're an entrepreneur in India, you've been a software developer and handling all these clients all over the world for 4 years now, and you just got upset with everybody else who has software to help small business people like you. So you built your own thing, didn't you? And you're sharing it with the rest of us. And so, I mean, it's amazing how you were saying that. And I use the same kind of things too, with Google Docs and a Camp Base or Base Camp, they call it, and all these little tools that are out there to make running a small business easier. And you start building up, you know, $30, $40, $50, $60 a month on these little $5 here, $5 there thing, and you develop something now, and you're crowdfunding on Indiegogo, and people only have to pay $2, and you get all this in one thing, and it really works. So it's fascinating, and it's really trying to solve all the little problems that business people have, right? Small business.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you don't have a staff. So what are the main functions that it handles?
Like it has one of the main tools which everyone uses, like task management.
Task management, yeah.
Then it has a CRM tool, customer management. Like
CRM, so customer management.
Yeah, that's
right.
A very tough task, for small businesses, and right. It's a very expensive tools available out there.
Yeah.
And then it has stock management.
Stock management. So if you have inventory, it handles that for you.
Exactly. And then it has spreadsheets.
Notes. And also, it's a way to handle your employees too. Anybody that's working with you, you exactly. have one single place because it's on the cloud, right? And you have one place to put all your documents. Everybody can look at it because now people like you, I mean, you have people you're working with all over the world. You're in India, and I'm here in Washington, D.C., and we're working with each other. So we could actually have a project together, and this keeps everything in one place, doesn't it? And doesn't, break the bank, for small business. When you have it just all one spot. And now really in your Indiegogo campaign, your fundraising, you could get it for like a third of the price, after the campaign. So it's a great way to test something like this because it's only like $2 for a couple months, and you find out if this is really for you or not. Now, another interesting thing about it, you're showing us, really, people in the States here, how it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you could have customers everywhere else in the world, particularly if you speak English, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. People don't know from where you are, actually.
Yeah, they don't know, right.
It's a domain, .com domain, and it's not like a .in or .us. It's a .com domain, it's a globalized domain. And so, from wherever you are, from Ghana, South Africa, wherever you are, you just buy a .com domain, write everything in English, and people just don't know how.
They don't know, right? No, I mean, it's amazing. So the market, I mean, if you're an entrepreneur here, it's very easy to have customers in India, to have customers in Germany, like you do, or customers in Australia or France or Sweden or anywhere, because so much of the countries now, the other countries also speak English because we're the biggest market, so we got ahead of the game. Now to stay in the market, we got to be smart in using the markets that are created out there by English-speaking people in every country, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So now on this too, that I know it's so hard to organize as a small business, and your time is the most important asset any small business has, what they do with their time. So if you run around with 1,500 different programs to do this for handling your employees, and this for handling your customers, and this for handling your leads, and your documents are somewhere else, you got it all in one place for us.
Exactly, it's a really tough job, especially when you're a small business. Like when I started my own business, I used to run a website development company. I started by my own, and I just had three other employees of mine. So I was unable to handle them. Like we first used different task managers like Basecamp and many other stuff, Salesforce, different applications. It was really very tough handling all of them, and it's really very expensive. It's like giving another salary to another person, like, isn't it?
Right. Exactly. I hire a person, right. No, I mean, Salesforce, that can be very expensive, and Basecamp and all these kinds of things. So you have it in, now, particularly on Indiegogo and your crowdfunding, it's only $2 a month, and you try it for 3 months, and and 5 of your people could be on it, So even your dog could be a member, right? I think that's going to happen soon. But more importantly, I mean, it's managing your business, because your time as an entrepreneur is the most important asset you have. And if you're fooling around spending a half hour looking for the right file, man, that's a half hour you could be getting business somewhere, you know, instead. Yeah, and that's...
As an entrepreneur, you have like many hats in your head.
Absolutely, you have to be everything.
You're a manager, and then you're a developer yourself, and you have many more hats around your head.
Exactly. Boy, so, but that's the fun part of being an entrepreneur. You don't get bored. You have so many things to do.
Of course, it's a really great and proud thing. You know, you give service to everyone.
So your website is Drinkle, DRINKLE.com. Where did that name come from?
Actually, you know, I just told you that I run a web development company. It's named TomatoFry.com. And Tomato Fry.
Oh, it's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
No, it's a cute name. So to find out about it and get in on the deal on Indiegogo before that goes away, because you're going to have to test it for a lot more money later. So for only $2 a month now, 5 people per piece, you know, could get it for 3 months. And it's Drinkle, DRINKLE.com. And you get... maybe that's why your girlfriend wants to manage your life a little bit. So, so this is why it's named after your girlfriend. This is managing your life and your business and everything else. Huh? Well, thank you so much, Kapil. It's very nice to meet you, and it sounds like a great idea here. And the video you have on your crowdfunding is terrific. I mean, it's all in English. It looks like somebody in Hollywood made this thing. So you really got the, you know, the accents down there and everything. So thank you. And that's Drinkle, DRINKLE.com. Take care now.
Thanks.